update from the Ohio University Police Department about a social media threat made earlier this week. The threat was reported on Monday to OU police by a member of Turning Point USA who was present on the campus. This is according to OU Police Captain Tim Ryan. He says they've been in contact with Turning Point USA to provide assistance for future events. Captain Ryan did not give any updates on the investigation, but says it's still ongoing. The safety of the community remains the department's top priority. He asks anyone who has information related to the incident or who sees suspicious behavior to report it to OU police at 740-593-1911 or to the station's email at police@ohio.edu. That phone number and email are on your screen.